hard work equals success, right? Or is it? Who taught us that anyway? Where did we ever pick that up? Gosh, there might have been some stuff in school. I know for me, probably the first place where I saw this was with my dad. My dad was a hard worker. I mean, he worked all his life. He worked his tail off. He had a long commute and he had a travel job. And yeah, I would see him get up at 4 a.m. and go for his trips and all of that stuff. And he never complained. And that's the life he lived. And I saw in his life that he was, he was always working hard. So I'm sure that I saw that, right? I mean, that's what I saw. And when I went on to work for myself, I saw that around me as well. So I was working at Microsoft, and now when I look back, I'm like, whoa, what was that? So Microsoft used to have a rating system, right? 1 through 5, the classic stuff, and they would rate you on a bell curve and all that weirdness. They have done away with all of that now, but that system is gone. Doesn't mean that conception, that idea is not there, right? I think it's so much ingrained in our system. So at Microsoft, there was this saying that you could tell that what rating the person got by looking at the dark circle under their eye, right? So if you got the top rating, let's say 1, I don't remember if 1 was the best or 5, but if you were rated at 1, then you'd have really dark circles under your eye because you were working extremely long hours. And now I think of that and I'm like, man, that's such bullshit, right? So I think it's time to kind of question that, like, where did we learn this thing and is it really true? So I want to ask you, where did you first learn? Where do you think, if you have this belief, where does it come from? And here's the thing about beliefs, right? That when we believe, we don't think that's our belief, we think of it as true. And when we think of it as true, then it does become a reality. Now, this is not some metaphysical weirdness thing that, law of attraction and all that. I mean, that's kind of valid, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'll give you a really simple example. I have 2 friends, all right? John and Jane. Now, John says to me that, oh man, these people, I'm surrounded by cactuses, right? And Jane comes to me and says, oh, these people, I'm surrounded by roses. So that's their belief system, right? That's how they think, that's what they think is true. Now, if you think John and Jane go to a party, right, and to the same party, have the same conversation with the same people, what are they going to walk out with? What do you think they're going to say? What is John going to say? Well, John is going to be John. He's going to, these insufferable people. Oh, that guy was just, on and yammering about that. What is Jane going to say? Jane is going to say, oh man, I met such fantastic people. I had a great time. And now, of course, I'm exaggerating, but you see my point here. I mean, if somebody has this belief system that, hard work is how I'm going to make it. What do you think when life throws them a challenge and things don't go their way, what are they going to do? They're going to double down. Like, I got to work harder. I got to work harder. What is the other person going to do? Right? Who doesn't think that hard work necessarily equates to success. Maybe success is something else, When they encounter difficulties, maybe they're going to step back and say, hey, this didn't work. That doesn't mean I do more of the same. Maybe I do something else. Again, I'm exaggerating, but you see the underlying point, right? I mean, our beliefs do become a reality. So I think it's time to question the belief that hard work equals success. We'll be talking more about that. Until next time, power on.